What is up, everybody? We're back here at King Film Sports for the NFL Week 5 betting locks and game picks, and I am excited to go over a successful Week 4. But before that, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Just hit a critical milestone of 1,800 subscribers, but in this month of October, it would be very important and critical for us to hit that big mark of 2,000 subscribers. So be sure to like the video and comment your predictions for this week 5 of NFL games down below. And now we get into the week 4 action that was. So another Thursday night loss for us. Dolphins +3 in the hook. Went down when Tua got reconcussed. Scary injury there. Then we lost with the Browns in Atlanta. Won the London game. Lost the Steelers-Jets game when Zach Wilson and the Jets made an improbable fourth quarter comeback, so good on them. They barely cashed the over there. But other than that, we went 5-3. Some critical wins were the Titans +3 in the hook win, Raiders getting their first win of the year, and then the Niners clamping down on Monday Night Football and winning that rivalry match there. So that brings us to plus 1.7 units on the week. And for the first time this year for NFL locks, we are plus units in the green, plus 1.1 units. And the game picks getting better, 37-26 up to 59%. We want to be north of 60%, up near 70%, but there have been a lot of upsets this year, but we are getting better on that track. So now we get into the week 5 betting locks and game picks. And as always, we got the Thursday night pick. Haven't been so hot in the last two, but this one I feel very good about. Colts at Broncos. Give me the Colts plus the 4 points. They had a very rough week 4. I thought it would be a tough divisional game. I thought it would be a lot closer, but this Colts offense is just kind of frustrating to watch. You'd think a Frank Reich offense at this point in the season, even with a new quarterback, would be better. We were hearing a lot of great things in camp about Matt Ryan. But honestly, Jonathan Taylor has been less than impressive so far, being the number 1 fantasy pick in most drafts. I mean, he hasn't been averaging many yards. He fumbled late in the game, which was a costly blunder for this team. And their O-line just hasn't been holding up well. Matt Ryan's had 3 strip sacks this season, which has not been ideal. But in this spot, even on the road, Denver is a tough place to play and on a short week on the road. But plus the 4 points, I would make this a 2-unit lock just because of how anemic the Broncos have been on offense and their game management under Nathaniel Hackett. It's been pretty bad thus far. The Broncos, for me, are almost an auto fade. They've gotten very lucky in those 2 wins against the Texans and Niners, and they really got exposed last week in Vegas. Even on a short week here, I'll take the Colts in that spot. I think they went outright as well. Next game, we go down the board here where we have Lions at Patriots. And the Lions are getting 3 to 3.5 points here, depending on your book. Give me the Lions money line here. Patriots, I've heard reports that Mac Jones is going to play this week, which does not make much sense as he was in a lot of pain after that ankle injury in the Ravens game. I do not expect him to play. I'm no doctor, though. But Bailey Zappi looked fine. I mean, the Patriots just run a conservative offense anyway, so I don't really think it matters too much who's playing, but I do expect it to be the rookie Bailey Zappi. And the Lions' offense has been historically bad this season, but their offense has also been very, very good as well. A lot of that has been garbage time scores, and New England's defense is pretty stout, but I still think that Detroit will get the win here in New England. 2 1-3 teams, but I just think that the Lions are more inspired under Dan Campbell. So I think plus money here, great value spot to take Detroit to win on the road. Next game, we got the NFC South matchup here, Falcons at Bucks. Keynote here is that Tom Brady has never lost to the Falcons in his entire career, but we don't care about that. We're taking the Falcons at plus 9 points. These are 2 500 teams through 4 weeks, and the Falcons have surprised me. They are the lone 4-0 ATS against the spread team this season, and I think that trend continues, giving them 9 points. I think this is a close one-possession game. The Bucs have not shown enough, especially on defense last week. They were exposed against the Chiefs, and their offense was pretty suspect, but they did have a couple garbage time scores against the Chiefs. I don't really think that says a lot about who they are. Falcons have run the ball great. with Marcus Mariota and then Cordero Patterson and some backup running backs that they had last week against the Browns. Very impressive win there. Just do not think that Tom Brady and this Bucs offense is humming quite yet. So I think that 9 points is way too much, and the market has not caught up to how this Atlanta Falcons team is playing. Next game, we get to the Titans at the Commanders, and these are two kind of even teams, but give me the Titans here, even on the road, laying points, only 2, so quasi money line spot here for the Titans team that has won 2 straight games. Commanders have lost 3 straight, and Carson Wentz is playing horrible football. This is what you saw at the end of the season last year with the Colts, just making ill-advised mistakes. But really, I mean, it's the personnel around him. They have not been able to run the ball very well, and the wide receiver core is fine, but the Commanders' defense, you really expect them to run the show, and they just have not been doing that these last couple of games. So I think that the Titans, with Derrick Henry on the ground, will be able to control this game. Ryan Tannehill will play better than Carson Wentz, and the Titans will cover the spread here, even on the road. Next game, we get into the afternoon slate, and we are taking the Cardinals +6 against an undefeated Philadelphia Eagles team. This is kind of a scary play because the Eagles have been very good to start off the season, and I expect them to win this game, but Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, I know they haven't played that great, but in the second half of these games, they've been pretty good on offense, and I expect a backdoor cover here and a late fourth quarter comeback by the Cardinals, similar to what they did in Week 2 against the Raiders. I just do not have too much trust in this Eagles defense so far. I know that Jalen Hurts has been money on the offensive end, and the Arizona Cardinals have not played that well. So I think this one gets close in the fourth quarter. Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury, something will click in this fourth quarter, and they will get it back to a one-possession game. 6 is just way too many points in Arizona in the desert here. Next, we get to Sunday Night Football, where we have the AFC North divisional matchup for the AFC North lead between two teams that we thought would be better than a 500 record at this point. Give me the points here with the Bengals. They swept the Ravens last year, although Lamar Jackson was not playing in either of those games. Ravens have blown 2 big leads already this season to the Bills and the Dolphins. They've got to be better than that, and I think you cannot let the defense slip with Joe Burrow and this Bengals team who have won 2 straight games. I think the Bengals offense is just began to click, and I think they've had 10 days of rest coming up to this game, long week after that Thursday night win against Miami, so getting points here on Sunday night, I just think they're the better team than the Ravens. I think they go on to win this division, even though it's in Baltimore. I love that you're getting a field goal. I think it's going to be a close game. At worst, we push if they lose by a little bit, and I think they win outright there. Next game, we get to the finale, where we get to the Monday night game, Raiders at Chiefs, and you guys have been used to me playing the unders in these games. This one is going to be a rare over for me, first over of the season. Give me Chiefs Raiders over 50 points. Just because I do not believe in the Raiders' defense so far this season. Their offense has been all right. They did stack 32 points on a vaunted Broncos defense thus far this season, so that was pretty impressive. Chiefs did give up 31 to the Bucs themselves, so I expect both of these teams to be north of 24 points, potentially 30 points. And that Chiefs offense is just humming like it was in prior seasons with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Not feeling the loss of Tyreek Hill at all. I expect the Chiefs win here, but it's going to be a track meet as we usually see between the Chiefs and the Raiders, so I feel very confident in that over 50-point play. So with that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts on these predictions down below in the comments. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.